How y'all doing out there? It's your main man, Passport Poppy, with another fire video. Another video for all my travelers out there. For all my people wanting to know, what do we do? Where do we go? Where do we eat? But more precisely, I'm giving you top 9 tips for survival through international travel. That's the top 9 tips for survival for international travel. I'm going to get right into it, y'all. Always, number one, always put your valuables into your hotel safe. That's why I am an advocate for staying in hotels. Now, I'm speaking to people who stay in hotels, obviously, not the hostile people. Put your valuables into your safe. That is your passport, your excess cash that you won't be taking, your jewelry, your watches, your electronics, anything that you don't need to be moving around in, things that you aren't going to take, put them in a safe. If anything was to occur, this is a preventive measure. If anything was to occur, you don't want to have a lot of valuables on you for you to get robbed. Things you need in order to get back home, namely your passport. So remember, research prior to going. Make sure they have a usable, sturdy safe that you can put your valuables in. I always check for safes when I travel. That is a must. Number 2, do not travel with a lot of cash. Card is king. Do not travel with a lot of cash. Card is king. You travel with a lot of cash around, frequenting different spots, going to different restaurants, and you have a lot of cash. You don't know who's watching you. Go to pay for your bill, pull out cash. You may pull out a lot at once. Someone's watching. This is called street smarts, people. You never know who's watching, or you have a lot of cash. And you may get robbed. You may put your loved ones in a predicament. You never know. So I recommend do not carry a lot of cash. Be safe. You'd rather be safe. Rather be safe than sorry. Just take that card with you. Card is king. Plastic is king. That brings to my number 3. Always check your bank statements daily. Check your bank statements daily. You want to go on your online banking every morning before you leave, or maybe when you return from your fun and activities. Check your statement. That can show inconsistencies or fraud that has been done to you on your card. So have your online banking set up and check it. I think that's ultimate thing to have. A very viable thing to have for travelers. Have online banking. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, all have online banking. Check it. You can see inconsistencies in travel. I personally have had fraud happen to me in a country before. It was no problem by having my online banking, doing my due diligence with my online banking. So check your online banking. Be mindful. Number 4, be mindful of your surroundings. When you enter an area, you can tell if this is an area that I shouldn't be in a different country. This is a particular place where I don't feel safe. Be mindful of your surroundings. Check people's body language. Look for different gestures, way people communicate. When you enter an area, you can see body language. You can see different telltale signs that this maybe isn't a safe area for me to go to. Remember, do your due diligence. Check your surroundings. Number 5, research before you travel to this particular country. Research. You need to research. In this day and age where information is at our fingertips, there's no excuse to be ignorant to an area prior to traveling. Type the country in, be it Honduras, be it Germany. Check the political climate. Is there a civil unrest going on? Is there a eternal war going on? Is there something on with the government? Or do they have a travel virus due to crime? Different things that could be preventative. Different things that could be preventative to save you from falling into predicament. Oh, I didn't know this was unsafe. Or I didn't know. Do your due diligence and research. We live in an information age. Technology, people. Number 6. Now, this may be something that may be taboo or not friendly topic to speak of, but I feel like with my generation, I'm 28 years old, this is a thought that comes into people's mind. Do not buy drugs unless you have a friend or family member that lives in that country that can safely mediate or facilitate drugs to you. You do not want to go out at a club and meet a random person, they tell you come in an alley to buy the drugs, and you get knocked in the head, booyah, and you wake up with nothing but your drawers on. Trust me, be safe. Do not buy drugs unless you have a friend or family who lives in the country. Number 7, call your bank and your phone company prior to entering the country. You want to call your bank, because most major banks will freeze your card if they see that you have entered a new country or state, but mainly a country in my experience. State too, but I'm speaking of international. So they will freeze your card, and you're gonna need that card. You never know. You wanna be safe. You're gonna need that card when you get off the plane, how something happens. So call. Well, nowadays you either could call, tell them, or most major banks through online banking, you can set up and type in the dates in which you'll be in the country, the duration, and specify the country. So remember, call your bank. Number 2 on that number 7 is call your phone, because you're going to need to convert your phone over to that particular country's cell phone service. Every country has different cell phone service. So you're going to need to find out, will you be charged for calling? Will you be charged for texting? What kind of internet service they have? Do they have 2G, 4G? Do they, or in the future, they have 6G? You need to call so you can know the extent at which you'll be able to communicate with your loved ones, or if you need to, this will dictate your movements, GPS, Googling different areas. This is the way to go. So remember, call your phone company and call the bank. Number 8, at night in an area, if you see it's not frequented by a lot of people, you do not need to go. If you go to an area you don't see a lot of people and it's around 9, 10 o'clock, it's not safe. You want to go to an area that's frequented by a lot of people. That normally translates to safety. Be cautious. The eyes can tell you a lot if you just use them. That's why God gave you 2. Use your eyes. It'll tell you this is not an area I need to be in. There's only 2 people. One's got a dog, and the dog's eating out of a Cheeto bag. This isn't good. Be safe. Be safe. Traveling, in my experience, is a matter of common sense, street smart, book smart. All 3 of those, you'll be fine. And 9, the final one, the final thing. If you're traveling with people, never split up. There is power in numbers. You never want to split off to go get a Coca-Cola and you leave your friend behind. You never know what can happen. Always travel together. Buddy system. Buddy system. One more time. Buddy system. Always travel together. You came together, stay together. You never want to split apart. Guys, if you follow these 9 tips, I'm telling you, your travel will be amazing. These are things I wish I would have known. So I'm glad I went through a few trial and error, so I'm able to give this information. Stick to these 9 tips and you will have the best travel experience. Remember, this is your man Passport Poppy giving you love, experience, and peace. I'm out.